So, a very good morning. Now let us start our new lesson, the autumn. Okay. Now it was written by Kalidas and later on it is translated by Professor A.W. Writer. Okay. Now before we start our lesson, let us do some important thing. Okay, which is very important to understand this lesson. Okay, that is warming up. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you some question and you have to give the answer for it in your chat box. What changes do you see in nature in each of the season? A few sentences are given below as example. Use these on your own to describe season appropriately. Okay, now there are 5 things are given. Sorry, there are 7 things are given. So now what you have to do, there are 3 seasons are given which we very well know. Now you have to bifurcate those in the seasons. So now I'm going to ask you the first, winter. Which things are common in winter season? Okay, migratory birds return. Okay, we get fever. Okay, why you are getting fever, beta? Snow, snowfall, we see fog. Okay, we see mist in the morning. Very nice. Christmas festival with, okay, okay, very good. See fog in the morning, sudden shower and hailstorm. But it is hailstorm, not hailstorm. Okay. Oh, very nice, students. The atmosphere become dull and cold. Very good. Yes, very good. The winter fog comes, dew drops on glasses. Time for animal hibernation. Very good, very good, very good, students. Okay. So beta, it is English class. Night jaldi ho jata hai means what? You have to write in English. Okay. Yes, very good. Yes. Okay. Okay, done. Okay, now I'm getting the same answer again and again. So now let us move to our next season, that is summer season. New grass sprout, yes, sunshine, very nice, hot sunny weather. Okay, the sun shine brighter, very nice, cotton clothes. Yes, we are wearing cotton clothes. Okay, very nice, very nice. Sunny weather, hot sun weather. Many fruits come like mango. Yes, we enjoy mangoes and watermelons. Very nice, friends. Bird nest and raise their young in summer. The sun shines brighter than before. Very good, Samruddhi. Yes, very nice, Revti. Bird nest. Okay. Summer holiday. Yeah, very important for the students. We go to the beaches, Lara. Very nice. Okay. Prajakta going to beaches to enjoy with the same answer. Okay. Summer holiday. Yes. Okay. Now again I'm yeah, tree blossom. Now again I'm getting the same answer. Yes, very good, Sanskriti. Summer is a great time for insect activity. Lot of ice cream. Very nice, Lyra. Okay, now the next season we are going to move. That is monsoon season. Okay, yeah, heavy rain. Cricket chirps. Very good. Okay, new grass sprouts. Okay, sudden shower. Very nice. Uh, heavy rain. Okay. Rainy season is good for farmer. Tree blossom. Okay. How we are getting more? Okay, moist atmosphere. Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good, students. Now let us move to the next question. Now, what is the next question? Name the 6 seasons according to the Indian calendar. Which of the season is equivalent to autumn? Okay. Yes. Seasons. I'm not talking months. Yes. Very good. Someone has given the answer. Let me see. Uh, yes. Bhumi. Vasant, Grishma, Varsha, Sharad, Hemant, and Shishir. Very nice. Beta. Very, very good. Okay. Now these are the 6 seasons. Now what we have to do? We have to find out the season which is equivalent to autumn. Okay. Which season is equivalent to autumn? That is Sharad. Sharad Ritu is equivalent to autumn. Okay, now what you have to do? You have to go through okay. Sharad is equivalent to autumn season. Okay, which comes in the month of Ashwin and Kartik. Which comes after this Ganpati festival, the month comes. That 2 months they are considered as the autumn season. Not Shravan. That Shravan comes before the Bhadrapad. Okay. Ganpati festival. Okay. Yes. After Ganpati festival, 2 months are there. That is Ashwin and Kartik. They are considered as the season of for autumn. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now the question is clear. Now let's move to the next question. What changes do we see in the life of human being when the season changes, right, with reference to their clothes, diet, celebrations? Now, what you have to do, you have to go write the features of each season, which we have discussed earlier, with the headings under clothes, which type of clothes we wear. Uh, okay, yes. At different season, you have to write in diet. The diet is also different from the season to season. The diets can't be same, and the celebration of the festivals also according to the this seasons. Okay, so you have to mention all those points. Is that clear? Okay, the questions are clear. Yes. Okay, now we are moving to the next question. That is, guess what is personified in the fill in the blanks, and fill in the blanks, choose from the bracket. Okay, now I will read the question and you have to put the answer in a chat box. All of you understood what is personified? Okay, now just come to the next question, beta. Next slide, everyone. Wait, let me read the question. Booming. Yeah, it is correct, but let me read the question. The very dash was also petrol hungry. Yes, very good, beta. All of you, those who are given answer, that is car. The very car was also petrol hungry. Okay, now the next question. The playful dash whistle. Yes, very good. Simran, Aryan, Bhumi, Sanskriti, Shruti, Sadaf, Atharva. Very nice. It is wind. The annoying dash screamed at 5 a.m. Yes, very good. Isha, Simran, Ketki, Aditya, Sarvesh, Anjali, Varsha, and those who not to whom I do not name out those who given the correct answer. Yes, it is alarm. The annoying alarm screamed at 5 a.m. The naughty dash winked at me. Yes, Sujal, very good. Lyra, Aditya, Janya, Atharva, Sneha, Sanskriti. Yes, it is stars. Stars. Okay. The rising dash stretch its arm. Yes, very good. Revti, Aryan, Alisha, Sarvesh, very nice. Balaji, very good. Yash, Sujal, very nice. It is sun. The cheerful dash sang as it perched on a tree. Very good, Bhumi, Samruddhi, Sneha, Prajakta, Anupama, very nice. It is bird. The tireless dash hummed as it worked. Yes, very good. Jenya, Bhumi, Shruti, Morvika, very nice. Anjali, Isha, very good. Varsha, Sujal, Sarvesh, Parth, very nice. It is machine. Okay, so now we have done with the warming up session. Now we already know what is personification and what is the characteristics of the seasons. Okay, now let's move to the poem. The autumn comes, imagine fair, in slenderness and grace, with nodding rice streams in her hair and lilies in her face. In flowers of grasses she is clad, as she moves along, birds greet her with their cooing glad, like a bracelet tinkling song. A diadem adorns the night of multitudinous stars. Her silken robe is white moonlight, set free from cloudy bars, and on her face the radiant moon. Bewitching smiles are shown. She seems a slender maid who soon will be a woman grown. Okay, now I want students to do a silent reading. Just take a look. Then we will start the discussion of the poem. Okay, so now let's come to the first stanza. Now we can see a beautiful lady here who is full of flower. Okay, the autumn comes mad and fair in tenderness and grace. Now here what the poet has done. Poet has wait, beta. Madden, I'm explaining that only. The poet has compare the the autumn with the Madden. Madden is a young lady. Okay, so the autumn comes a maiden fair in a slenderness and grace. Okay, slenderness in the sense slim, and grace in the sense charming. Okay, she is very beautiful, and because of that, as she is very beautiful, because of that she is compared, autumn is compared with the young lady. Yes, very good, Revti. Maiden in the sense unmarried young girl. Okay, now with nodding rice stream in her hair and lilies in her face. Okay, now she has nodding. When she was moving, she was nodding as she is young and she is feeling very happy. She is very charming. So she has make a decoration of her hair with the rice stems and lilies on her face, in the sense she is when she's smiling, that red color is coming on her cheeks, that is called as lilies on her face. And in flowers of grasses she is clad. Okay, when the cloth which she has wear, it is a flower of grasses, we can see in the picture. As she moves along, bird greet her with a cooing glad. Okay, when she is moving from one place to another, clad beta already explained, that is a cloth. Yeah, attire, a cloth. Yes, birds greet her uh, with her. They are cooing glad when the birds are when she is moving from one place to another. Birds are greeting. They are welcoming to the autumn by cooing, the noise of the bird, that is called as cooing. And when the birds are cooing, they are welcoming to the autumn season. The voice resembles like a bracelet tinkling song. When we wear the bracelets, it tinkles, right? So in the same way, when birds are welcoming to the autumn season, the voice of the birds are resemble to the tinkling song of the bracelet. Okay, I hope the first stanza is understood. Just take a small reading of it, then if any line you have doubt, so we can go through again. Okay, so there is no doubt. So let's move to the next stanza. A diadem adorned the night of multitudinous stars. Her silken robe is white moonlight, free from cloudy bars. And on her face the radiant moon, bewitching smiles are shown. She seems a slender maid who soon will be a woman grown. Okay, now in first Sanja we have discussed the daytime, the beauty of the autumn season during the day. Now in this second stanza we are going to discuss the beauty of the autumn season during the night. Now diadem adorn the night. Now what is diadem? Diadem is crown. Now adorn means decorated. The night is decorated with the crown, and crown is made up of what? It is made up of multitudinous stars, numerous stars. And her silken robe is white moonlight. Okay, during the night, the silken robe. Now, what is a robe? It is an outer garment which is very loose. Okay, which is yeah, it is a gown type which is uh, very long. Okay, so her silken robe is white moonlight. Okay, the rays of the moonlight is compared with the silken robe, set free from the cloudy bars. As during this season there are no rain, there is no cloud, so the sky is clear from the cloudy bars. Now here, bars, the clouds create a bars, it creates a hurdle to come out the stars and the moon. When there is a rainy season, when there is a clouds in the sky, we can't see the stars and the moon. But during the autumn season there are no bars of the cloud, and that is why it is seen clearly. The moon and the stars we can see very clearly. Okay, then next, on her face the radiant moon. Okay, the beauty is already the beauty is we compare the beauty with the moon, the radiant moon, which is very beautiful. Okay, a reddish moon. Okay, when it comes out on the sky, at that time it looks very beautiful. Okay, so now on her face the radiant moon, bewitching smile are shown. Now, what is bewitching? Enchantment. Enchantment in the sense, in simple language, we can say the smile is very magical. Okay, the smile is very magical. Yes, very good, Revti. Captive, charming smile, Sadaf and Faizan. Very nice. The smile is very beautiful, very charming, and it attracts everyone. Sorry, she seems a slender maid who soon will be a woman grown. Now the autumn is a slender maid. She is an unmarried young lady, but soon she will become a grown. Means what it means? The soon the autumn season will move and it grown up. Wait, Purva, wait. Is that clear to everyone, the second stanza? Okay. Yes, Purva, you have raised your hand. Just tell me what is your doubt. Just put in a chat box. Purva, please put your doubt in a chat box better. Yes, Simran. Yes, what you want to ask, just put in a chat box better. Okay, last two line you have not understood. Okay, I'm explaining again. No, beta, no problem. Okay, it was by mistake. It's okay. Beta, bracelet, you're wearing the bracelet, right? On your hand. It has a little stars and that time it twinkles. Bracelet we can compare with that bangles also here. Okay. Now the last line. Now what happened? The autumn is now, she is a young lady. Okay, as she has compared with the lady, so as the lady grown up and she turned to the woman in the same way. Very soon this autumn season will also turn to the grown woman, as now after some time there will be harvesting season will come, and that time the autumn season will pass out, and that is only called as the she will convert into the woman grown. Is that clear, everyone? Yes. Okay. Now there is I hope there is no doubt in the poem. Okay. Now we are going to discuss the critical appreciation of the poem. Okay. Beta, clad means it is attire. Clad means attire. Okay. Now first we are going to discuss the name of the poem. Now what is the name of the poem? Autumn is the name of the poem. Okay. From the name of the wait, Peter, let me complete my lesson. And when after completing, I'll give 10 minutes to solve your queries regarding your academic problems. Okay, just let me complete the poem. Okay, Peter. Now, the mm, after that, now we are going to discuss the poet. Okay. Now, in previous lesson, in previous poem, we have only one poet. Now here we get the name of two poets, but the poet is the only one, and that is Kalidas. Okay, Kalidas is the Kalidas was a classical Indian poet. Okay, he was a classical Indian poet, and not only poet, he was a playwright too. Okay, and he is regarded as the greatest poet and dramatist of the Sanskrit language. Okay, and his poems and all of most his writings are based on primarily based on the Indian Puranas. Okay, is it clear? Now we can take example of the Meghduta, a very famous writing of the a very famous writing of Kalidas. Okay. Now the next we are going to we have the next poet, the Arthur W. Ryde or A.W. Ryde. Okay. Now he just translated the poem. Okay. He was a professor of Sanskrit at University of the California. Okay. And he translated the autumn in English. But the poet of the poem is only Kalidas. A.W. Ryder has just translated. But when we are going to write the critical appreciation, we have to mention both the poet. As I explain you. Is that clear? That explanation is understood to everyone? Yes. Okay. The poet is primarily written by the Kalidasa, who was a great classical Indian poet and playwright. And most of the he is widely regarded as the greatest poet and a dramatist of the Sanskrit language. And his plays are primarily, or his writings are primarily based on the Indian Puranas. A.W. Raidu, the professor of the Sanskrit at University of California, translated autumn in English. And what he said about the poet, the Kalidas, he said that Kalidas has a man walked the earth who observed the phenomena of living nature as accurately as him. Okay? Okay? Understood? Yeah, very good, Lara. Yeah, it was in Sanskrit. Primarily the poem was in Sanskrit and later on it is translated in English. Many of the Sanskrit words works are translated in different languages. Okay. Now, after that, the title has been done, the poet has been done. Now we are going to discuss the rhyming scheme of the poem. Now just tell me what is the rhyming scheme of the poem, students? A, B, C, D, C, D. Yeah, okay. Yes. Yes, there are two stanzas. The poem has divided into two stanzas, the first stanza and the second stanza. First stanza is of 8 lines, A, B, C, D. C, D is the rhyming scheme. The second stanza, E, F, G, H, G, H, sorry, E, F, G, H, G, H is the rhyming scheme. Or if you are writing, the rhyming scheme for the poem is A, B, C, D, C, D. Then also it is correct. Now, let's move to the after rhyming scheme. You have to write your favorite line. Any two favorite line you have to write. Okay, now after that, let's start with beta wait. Let me complete. Then again, I'll do the revision Sanskriti. Already I have explained 2 times the last stanza. Okay, now the first line. The autumn comes a maiden fair. Okay, now here. Now we can get the figure speech of personification and metaphor. Very good, Anushka. Now, how metaphor? Metaphor in the sense, there is a comparison. Now, here autumn is compared with a unmarried young lady. That is what here metaphor. Now, personification. Now, why personification? Because the autumn got the quality of living thing. Yes, human quality or living quality. The autumn comes, the quality of coming. Yes, understood. Inversion, no beta. How it can be inversion? No. Now come to the next line. There is a third line. Second line, inversion. Yeah, alliteration or sound is repeated. Okay, alliteration is there in the first line. Personification already explained, beta. Now come to the next line. That is the third line. With nodding rice stem in her hair. Okay, now here again personification and the metaphor. Now how personification? Here, yeah, same explanation, yes. The autumn got the living quality of nodding. And how metaphor? The autumn is compared with the young woman. Yes, very good. The next, in flowers of grasses, she is clad. Now here it is inversion. Very good, Anushka. Isha, very nice. Now what is the correct, what you are going to write? The given statement is not in a proper prose order. The proper prose order is, she is clad in flowers of glasses. Okay. Now the next. But a rhyme scheme already explained. It is A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D for both the stanza. Okay. Yes, very good. Yes, in the flower of the grasses, she is clad. It also has the personification because it got the human quality of wearing attire. Very good. Very nice, students. Okay, now the next, birds greet her with their cooing glad like a breathless tinkling song. Now, when we take this both line from bird to song, bird greet her with the drain cooing glad like a breathless tinkling songs. Yes, some students are giving very correct answer. Very nice, students. It is simile because there is a comparison, and the comparison word is also being used. That is why it is simile. The cooing of the birds are compared with the tinkling of the bracelet, and at the same time there is an onomatopoeia. Very nice, students, very good. Why? Because this, how it is onomatopoeia? Because uh, the line show the line show gives the word, the cooing, the word gives the word gives the sound. Yes, it, and tinkling also gives the effect of sound. That is why it is onomatopoeia. Okay, so whenever a word denote a sound, it show it has a figure of speech, onomatopoeia. Very nice. Now the next line, that is next stanza, a diadem adorn the night. Here exclamation mark is being used. Exclamation, very good, Akshata. Very nice. Okay. Now after that, yeah, the personification is also there because the night got the human quality of wearing the diadem. Now her silken robe is white moonlight. Yes, it is metaphor and personification because here, how metaphor, the silken robe. The moonlight is compared with the silken robe. Is that clear? And how personification? As the autumn got the human quality. Yes, very good. Is okay. So now we have done with the figures of speech. Yes, Aryan, just put in a chat box what is your doubt. Yes, Aryan, just put your doubt in chat box. Okay, whatever doubt you have. Okay, now students, after this, now we are going to, no, not workshop. Now, special feature. What are the special feature of the poem? The first special feature is the whole poem is personified. Okay, the whole poem is personified, as the whole poem is compared with the woman. The autumn is compared with the young unmarried woman. Okay, now imagery has been used. Now, what is imagery? Whenever we read a line, that time it creates a picture, automatic picture is created before our eyes. It is called as imagery, not imagination. We are not imagining, we are just reading, and picture is creating before the mind. If we are imagine, if after imagination comes the picture, so it is not a imagery. When the thing is, when the line is has imagery, when just reading, while just reading we get the picture before our eyes, before the mind, it is called as imagery. So many lines has imagery. For example, with nodding rice stem in her hair. Okay, in the flower of grasses is clad. Okay, then after that, her silken robe is white moonlight. A diadem adorns the night. Okay, now after that, the language is used as very simple. The tone is joyful. When we are reading, it gives us joy, it gives us happiness. Okay, light-hearted, delightful, soothing, positive. Very good, Morvika. Rhyming scheme beta already explained, and not only it is personified, but it is a metaphorical poem too, as metaphor has been used in most of the line, or we can say the whole poem is metaphorical and personified. Is that clear to everyone? Okay, now we have skipped out central idea. Now what is the central idea of the poem? The poet describes the phenomena of autumn season by comparing it with a beautiful girl. Now, the poet has divided the poem in two stanzas. The first stanza talks about the beauty of autumn season during the day, and the second stanza talks about the beauty of autumn season during the night. Is that clear to everyone? Now, after that, yes, okay, very good, beta. Uh, listen, when okay, now last, why I like and not like the poem. So I hope everyone have liked the poem, because the poem is very beautiful. It talks about the beauty of the nature, so everyone likes to connect themselves with the nature. Yes, so what you're going to write? Yes, I like the poem because it talks about the beautiful nature, and it gives uh, it takes us near to the nature. So it is, I like the poem. If you don't like, so you can write that reason also, but I don't think yes, very good, Sneha. In this poem, as it brings out the beauty and uh, elegance of autumn in a picturesque manner. Very good, beta. Very nice explanation. Yes, very good, Anupama. I like the poem as it brings out the beauty and elegance of autumn. Very nice, Smriti. I like the poem because it talks about the importance of the nature. Very nice. So, uh, yes, any doubt regarding the poem? Yeah, very nice. Okay. Okay. So if there is no doubt, so let's move to the evaluation. Now, listen, students, from the English workshop, that question number 7, that has been, that is not going to be come for evaluation. Okay, the question number 7, which is your favorite nature? Already that circular has been, but I'm telling again. Yes, Prati, just type in a chat box. What is your doubt? Now we are going to discuss. Yes, Smriti, just type in a chat box, beta. You raise your hand. Metaphor and simile, the difference between the metaphor and simile, both are comparing the thing. But metaphor is a, when we use a metaphor, there is a no comparison word, that is as or like. When in a line there is a comparison has been done and there is no comparison word, it is metaphor. And in a line when there is a comparison word is used, like and as, it is simile. Is that clear to everyone? Okay. Okay. Now, find three lines each contain images of nature in the autumn season, during the day and during the night. Wait, beta, you started giving answer also. Wait. Okay. Let me see the answers. Yes, with nodding stem in her here. Okay. Yes, in flower of glasses, she is clad. Okay. Birds greet her with their cooing glad. Okay. Very good, beta. Very nice students. Sarvesh, birds greet her with their cooing glad. Yes. Piyush, very nice, beta. Okay. The next night. Now you have to write about the night. Her silken robe is white moonlight. Yes. A diadem adorns the night, and on her face. Yes, very good, student. Samruddhi and all. Yes, a radiant moon. Okay, beta. Student, very nice. Very good, very good. Okay.